Today we're going to talk about what you need to know about the web design process. The web design process for dummies. So the most important thing that you need to do before you contact a designer about setting up a new website or redesigning a website, the most important thing you need to do is figure out and write down your goal. Your goal for the business, your goal for your online presence. What is the goal? Do this before you do anything. Once you have the goal, you need to determine what level of quality that you want. Now, what I mean by this is this. If you're just starting out your business, if you don't have an investment, you're going to be looking at a lower quality website. You're going to be looking at doing a build your own website. If you hire somebody to do it and you don't have a big budget, you're going to get what you pay for. If you go overseas, you're going to get very sloppy code. Things are going to happen if you don't contact the right people overseas. And it's very, very, very hard to find good people. So if you don't have a lot of money off the bat, what I recommend is doing it yourself with a Wix or one of those websites that you can do it yourself, and you have to trade time for money, right? You either have time or you have the money. If you have the time, if you don't have the money, you've got to put up the time. You got to work all hours of the night. This is just entrepreneur stuff. You got to be up all hours of the night building your website. The next most important thing is you have to integrate your marketing strategy, okay? Again, this has to do with whether you have a budget or not. If you have a budget, then you're going to be looking at things like Adwords and inbound leads. Think leads coming to you. Whereas if you don't have a budget, you're going to be doing things like cold calling and reaching out to other influencers and stuff along those lines, because what? You have to spend your time as opposed to money. If you have a budget, you want to set up your website for inbound leads like AdWords and Facebook ads and stuff like that, where leads are going to be coming to you and then you're going to be reaching, they'll call you or they'll fill out the form on your website. So you have to know what your marketing strategy is before you start your website. The final thing I'm going to talk about here is having a very, very solid user experience and making sure that everything on the website is set up for search engine optimization. I'm going to break this down into two things again. If you have a budget, you're going to be wanting to build your website in WordPress. Why? Because of search engine optimization. It's very easy to optimize the website for search engines. Now, of course, it takes time. You're going to have to produce a lot of content, but the bottom line is you have the best platform. All right, if you don't have the budget, then you're going to use a Wix. Do not worry about search engine optimization. You're going to be wasting your time. They do not have the platform that is good enough for you to actually rank unless very, very rarely does it work. It's on keywords that nobody's ranking for, that get very little search engines. You might have a chance. But anything significant, anything that's going to get you results, you're wasting your time. So don't focus on search engine optimization. You want to focus everything on outbound, outbound, outbound. The user experience is everything. Think about when you go to a website. You go like this. Where is that? Where? Gone. You want to make them like this. Yay! When they're clicking around. Good user experience. All right, so these are some things that you really, really, really need to think about before hiring a web designer. So these are some things you need to think about before hiring a web designer, and also through the web design process. These are some things a good web designer is going to talk to you about. These are very, very important. This is Richie Cantardesi. Thank you for visiting Anabolic Technology. If you liked this video, I'm going to be sending up weekly videos just like that, so feel free to subscribe or comment below. You have a great day.